Right, so now we've spoke about the marketing direction, we've spoke about the importance of data. Now we're going to talk about the back end stuff. We're going to get into the trenches because we're talking about the chats and how you understand plus retain your fans. Okay, so there's 5 key steps to do this and 5 key steps that we do with all of our creators. We understand what content they like. We understand how to personalize chats, how to minimize superficial chats, quality chatting, and showcase personality. Okay, let's go into this a little bit more detail. So content they like, this is pretty simple, right? You need to just ask them about their preferences. So if you are chatting to a fan, if it's a new fan especially, you can just ask them questions like, if I was with you right now, what would you want me doing? Anything that is kind of provocative, that's going to get them, telling you exactly what they want. And now, if you are not writing this down in notes of the fans, right? So I don't know if you use a CRM like Inflow or even the actual OF page, you can write notes for these fans. So this is where you need to know his name, his job, his pets, everything you can possibly know about these people. Write this down, right? Because this is important when it comes to personalizing chats, because you need to reference the past chats. So like, let's say you're speaking to John from Leeds, right? But he's going to Manchester for the weekend. Now Monday's hit, you can ask him about Manchester, that he's just went, how was it? How did it go? What did you get up to? Whatever. Because again, you're trying to separate yourself from everyone else that these fans are also talking to. It's very naive to think that this one fan that is on your account, he's only sub to you. He's sub to hundreds of other models, okay? Not just you. So you need to understand how you can stand out. And this is a very good way. If you don't take notes, it's going to be very hard for you to remember hundreds of fans, where they're from, what their names are, what their ages are. Birthdays are a big one. If on birthdays, right, if you send them like a freebie, they always end up spending more on the nighttime because like no one else is doing that for them. Okay, so personalizing chats, you need to reference past chats, minimizing superficial chats, like the conversations where it's just like, hey, how you doing? Yeah, I'm good. Are you okay? Like that's boring. Like if you need to have you need to stop all the obviously that's important at the start, but you need to just get to know them as a person. Stop having superficial, hey, how you doing? More so, hey John, did you take your dog Lenny for a walk today? Whatever, some random shit, right? That's going to equal fans. The more you know these people, the more they're going to be invested in you and the more they're going to invest their wallet into you, okay? Now, with quality chatting, you need to create a story, okay? So this is like the sexting scripts that you have. The best way to do this is like, if I was in a hotel room with you right now, what would you do? And then they're thinking of you being in a hotel room, and then all of a sudden, if you have a script of the model in a hotel room where she's saying, oh, I'm in a hotel room right now, what would you do if you was with me right here? The first picture is her in a hotel room by herself. That now makes the fan believe that I'm actually speaking to this model and I'm invested in the story of her being in this hotel room, or wherever it may be, right? You can have multiple, you can have shower ones, bedtime ones, Netflix ones, whatever it is, but it has to be a story. Don't look at it as just like a sexting script that you're going to quickly make a fan believe it. You have to set it up by, understanding where is the fan, right? Does the fan understand where I am, or where does the fan think I am? All of this stuff is important when it comes to quality chatting, because a lot of these fans, like I said before, when they're speaking to these other models, these chatters, right? All these people are just like, hey, superficial chat, hey, how you doing? Guess what I made last week? It's like, that's not going to work, right? You're competing against people that are creating stories, getting to know these people as, as actual people, finding out, referencing past chats, asking personalized questions, understanding the content they like. And then when you can make a script about it and create a story that maybe, you can go into so much detail with this, but if you can just do the basics if you can just create multiple stories in your vault and then just use them as much as you possibly can, that's going to massively increase the sales you're getting, but it's also going to retain the fans that you are bringing in. Now, personality, right? This is a form of connection. The more, again, personality can tie in with the story that your model's trying to create. So it needs to be on brand, continuity of, I struggle to say that, right? You need to continue your brand from your socials all the way down to the chats, okay? Because this is what this fan knows you for. If this fan knows you're a girl next door, but then the minute he subscribes, you send him a full menu list of the most filthiest things ever, he's going to be pretty confused. But if you keep that, brand in the chats with personality, tie all this together, you're going to form a connection with more whales than you've ever known were even there. I'll guarantee you right now, if you're an OnlyFans creator, there's probably a dozen whales in your chats right now that are getting hit with the, hey man, how you doing? You good? Like, this is all they say all day. There's no connection. They're never involved, invested into a story. None of these models actually know that person as an actual person, right? No one ever references the past chats, and no one actually cares about what they want. So if you can do any one of these, you're already doing better. Combine all of them, you're going to understand your fans, and you're going to retain them, and you're going to keep them spending as whales, and that is what we want.